I should keep it cool, babe. Not lose my swag and play the fool, babe. Just play the game and hold on, maybe. But I'm done with the waiting, done with the waiting. I'm done with playing nice. Now look me in the eyes. Tell me, tell me, tell me what you see inside. Not gonna ask you twice. Not looking for your lies. Tell me, do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Those who wanna play by the rules hand a blast with nothing to obtain. So let's level up to remain. Cause I'm done with the waiting, done with the waiting. I'm done with playing nice. Now look me in the eyes. Tell me, tell me, tell me what you see inside. Not gonna ask you twice. Not looking for your lies. Tell me, do you wanna go? 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 I'm riding away tonight. Gonna try it while the world's bright. Got room for one if that's alright. That's alright. Do you wanna go? 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 Do you wanna go?
Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. How are we? I'm going to use reverse psychology on myself today. So today is going to be a long podcast, a very, very long podcast. Maybe if I do that, then I'll have shorter podcasts. Because whenever I say it's going to be a short podcast, it ends up being like 2 hours long. And then Rahini's up in the comments laughing at me. And we end up with a 3-hour podcast. But hello to everyone. Hope you're having a wonderful day. It's been so much more cooler today because it's rained. So I feel like I'm back to my normal self. Because yesterday I was still feeling pretty awful. But thank you for all your well wishes. And welcome to the chat. Make sure to thumbs up and subscribe as usual. Hello, Macy Foreman. Good afternoon to you and to the squaddies and the mods. Nice to see you. Hi, Compton, Cal, Gal. Hey, Denise. Chosen to be his. Hello, hello. Hey, Bonnie. Hey, Jen Garcia. Hey, Christy. Hello. TJ. Let's see if I can see any new names. Any newbies in the chat want to make themselves known? Hi, Chef Sandy Love. Agalo is so exciting because I can be on the live these days as it's always early morning for me now. Oh, nice. Nice to hear. Rahini, squaddies, are you guys still hyped about Sussex September? Of course. As for me, I'm twerking inside. Twerk on the inside, twerk on the outside, twerk all along the streets, twerk all the way into September. Sussex September has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? It really does. Let's see who else is here. Hi, Joan Commonwealther. Hello, hello. Stacey Brookman, newbie. Yay! Welcome to the chat, Stacey. Welcome to the chat. Kenneth, we had no rain in Lewisham. Okay, well, the rain clouds decided to only come up my end then. Oh, Andreen. Sorry, it's Adrienne. Yes, it's a good day. It's my birthday. Happy sweet 16. I just left a well-deserved spa day. Yes, self-care. Do the self-care. I hope you had a wonderful spa day. Right, guys. Good afternoon from sunny California. Hello, Cat Harlem. Hi, Lane. All right. Let's get on with it because, as you know, today is going to be a long podcast. Let's get on with the news. Okay, so just a reminder, if you missed yesterday's podcast or any of the announcement, yes, September, it's going to be Sussex September. Official announcement, Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are delighted to visit with several charities close to their hearts. In early September, Harry and Meghan are scheduled to make appearances at the One Young World Summit in Manchester. On September 5th, the Invictus Games in Dusseldorf on the 6th, and the World Child Awards on September 8th. So they'll fly from Dusseldorf back to the UK and probably straight back to California. Oh, hi, Ethan's husband. I feel like I haven't seen you for a while. How are you doing? So just an update on that if you forgot. Some other things. So we knew that Archewell was going to get an award from the Human First Coalition, and the award was presented in New York, but they weren't there. But that is Archewell being given that award. Amazing. This is an organization that's only 2 years old, I think Archewell is now, and already racking up the awards, already giving out money to some well-deserved causes. Of course, we saw the award, what's now going to be an annual award of 100,000 to the NAACP organization, and also World Central Kitchen. I think they've built 3 kitchens. So Archewell is doing a lot, and they've done a lot in a very short amount of time. Rahini, I'm excited for the fashion. Don't judge me. I am not judging you. I'm absolutely excited for the fashion as well. We can play guess what Meghan's going to wear closer to the time. Star, the Rota were wetting themselves in excitement at the news yesterday. They absolutely were, because they're finally going to make some pennies. They poor. They are absolutely poor right now, and they are begging to see Harry and Meghan. Okay, so that's that. Also, I think that my new phrase is going to be the delusion. Everybody has their own phrase. Like, if you've listened to a podcast for long enough, and mine is going to be the delusion. I'm going to have the delusion t-shirts very, very soon. Because it pretty much sums up the Royal Rota and the UK press. So there was this article that came out, and I do think it's come out just to kind of dampen the Sussex September mood off the back of the announcement of all of the appearances that they're going to do. And there was an article that came out that said, Harry and Meghan's UK visit, the currency of the Sussexes will in a couple of years be in a steep decline. The delusion. Now, I said in response to this on Twitter, the way they, the UK press, and obviously the establishment, because the press are their lackeys, continue to play dumb. How many people can name the movers and shakers who create and run media and mega companies? Harry and Meghan are entertainment executives, investors, and philanthropists. The biggest and most wealthy of those investors, executives, and philanthropists are mostly silent. The UK tabloids and their readers think being on the cover of magazines and scandal is what keeps or makes someone influential. It isn't. The most influential people are almost never seen or heard. Consider how connected Meghan was pre-royal life, but she was never a tabloid fixture. We will see Harry and Meghan on their own terms only, but they will always be calling the shots in silence. You know, like all major CEOs who run companies. The haters are so stuck on their ribbon cutting and wave model, they don't know how the rest of the world works. You see, the most influential people in entertainment, in business, in media, in philanthropy, in politics are not the celebrities that you see on the cover of magazines or on your Twitter feed or on your Instagram feed. They are the likes of Bob Iger, Donna Langley, Ari Emanuel, Eric Feig, Rob Freeman. Most people don't know those people's names, but these are the people that run industry. And I believe that is a position that Harry and Meghan have moved into and are moving into. They're not trying to be tabloid fixtures. I think that they are pretty much turning into heavyweights of industry. So, when the UK press say things like this, that their currency is going to, decline, I just have to roll my eyes because they're still fixated on this idea of what royalty in the United Kingdom is. And that it's actually that what royalty in the United Kingdom is what is losing currency. It's the projection again. So just roll your eyes and scroll your feeds when you see things like this. But I felt to say that because I just think it's very important. I don't think that we're going to see Harry and Meghan in the capacity that we did when they were working royals. I don't. I think how we're seeing them now in bits and pieces, I think that's how it's going to be going forward, honestly. But that doesn't mean that they're not working. That doesn't mean that they're not out and about, just a lot more quietly. And it doesn't mean that they're not pulling strings and calling the shots. I give it 10 years, a decade. We will have an Archewell sound studio for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. Emerald, I love how the detractors are having fits about Sussex September. Yes, for sure. I mean, if they're already investing in companies like Clever Blends and Ethic, there will probably be Archewell VC and investment very soon. There probably already is. Joyce, yes, the royal reporters are doing a happy dance. Well, they're trying to hide it, but they are most certainly doing a happy dance. Jacques, the rags are ridiculous. What currency? Service is universal. Exactly. Andreen, yes, that's why Meghan said she wasn't around tabloid news. Yes, you can be somebody that's very influential and never seen, and the most influential people are never seen. Legs, how do the rags make money off of pieces like this? If they're smart, they would pay attention to Scobie. Has he been moving up? Yes, he has. I think his success speaks for itself. What about Sean Smith's book? Well, let's be honest, the hate and scandal model is still a very lucrative one. Do I think it's losing steam? Yes. And do I think that sooner or later, the truth will prevail and spewing hate is eventually not going to become profitable? But I do think we're a long way from there. I think we're moving there slowly, but we're not quite there yet, and it'll be a while until we get there. I think it's going to take for people to really just get bored of constantly hearing the same narrative, and it's happening. It's happening, but slowly. Meaningful life coach. Wow, they're still praying for the steep decline. They're delusional. They really think the British royalty is what it's all about. Exactly. It really is not what it's all about. Joan Cornwell said their currency is about to land on Wall Street and Nasdaq. Exactly. Like, and didn't Omid actually say that there was a palace insider who said to him about Harry, "Oh, Harry won't survive without all of this," and he pointed to the walls of the palace. So they honestly think that the entire world operates in and around their palace walls, and it just does not. It's actually quite remarkable. I mean, there are people, if you think about it, who aren't royal, who aren't aristo, who aren't even, Hollywood celebrities, who still are big power players and movers and shakers and make a lot of money and are very influential. So this whole idea that everything centers around royalty is just, I mean, they really live in their own bubble, don't they? It really just says a lot about how they view themselves in the world. It's so insular. Uh, Cat Harlem, H&M upcoming visit is the reason I hated the Sussex squad members. Would say Harry and Meghan will never come back, or there's no reason for them to come back. They have charities, organisations, and friends beyond the royal family. Exactly. And there's been all this talk about, oh hi Edith, how are you? There's been all this talk about, whether or not they'll visit the Cambridges. I mean, why do the Cambridges even have to come into this conversation? Camilla, always the liatomony. I wasn't even going to get to her until the end, but you know, she said that people will be depressed to see that William and Harry don't have a relationship and that, the cousins won't see each other, i.e., the kids. And I just think, who are these people, Camilla, that are going to be depressed that Harry and William won't see each other? Are they the people who are lining up at food banks? Are they the people who are on the phone screaming and yelling to their energy suppliers, "My bill is too high"? Are those the people that are going to be disappointed about whatever family feuds are going on in the royal family? It's like they're still trying to, create this false outrage amongst the British public who are very much preoccupied. I actually think that most people, other than the true derangers, are right now quite ambivalent about the royals. I think outside of our little bubble, most people are very much ambivalent. They're getting on with other things, they're bothered with other things. So the so-called royal expert model is imploding. They're hanging on to absolutely anything and everything they can. And I do think going forward, it's just going to be a very, very slow decline. Let's go to your comments before we move on. Joan Garcia, the Rangers and trolls are angry because the Sussex are running their own lives. Well, too bad. They can't stop anything. Exactly. I mean, do I still have that collage that I had some time back? Yeah, here we go. I mean, this right here, all of this: Invictus, World Child, Centre Ballet, Netflix, Spotify, Girls Inc., Genesis, Harvest Home, Mind, Loveland, Global Citizen. You're telling me these two people are going to be in decline? Please, girl, please. Star, I agree. There is no need to see them out. We know they're working. That is the royal family's fear model to prove to taxpayers they're still worth paying for. Powerful people don't need to be seen. Exactly. Power moves in silence. Lydia, the Saudis are waiting for bad news. Remember, they predicted their separation and divorce within 2 years of their marriage. Well, they've been reigning together for 6 years with two beautiful kids. Exactly. I truly believe that um, Harry and Meghan will be that old couple in their rocking chairs watching their grandchildren running around. Like, I really do believe that they're going to make it till the end. I think their love is the truest of love. It's a rare love, and that's more than what I can say for the some other people around here whose names I won't mention. Hello, if you're just joining the chat, please do thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Whereas the royal family thinks that they are that everything are surrounded by titles, and it doesn't. It is fun, but it's not what people in the outside world look at. Exactly. Definitely not anybody outside of this island. Um, all right, on to the next thing was I going to mention? Oh yes, I forgot to mention this, but Invictus did open up their volunteer program, and I believe it's still open. So go onto the Invictus site and check that out if you think you're going to be in Dusseldorf around that time, or if you can make it to Germany. I'd love to see some squaddies in the doing some volunteering. I haven't actually had a moment to sit down and look at it myself, but I definitely will. And yeah, it'll be fun to see some squaddies there. So go and check that out and see what they're offering for the volunteers. Mm. Oh, Edith, darling, you're still struggling. Oh, I mean, what can I say? We're always praying for you, darling. You know, because you really just never know what life is gonna throw at you, but you'll make it to the other side. And I'm very grateful that you can be here with us. Harper, Hyan, I call it the lion, the lion fabrication model. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Sean and Augusty, love you too. But yeah, guys, if you can't comment, it's probably because I put a time limit. I don't even know what the time limit is, but you have to have been a subscriber for some time to be able to comment. Alma, because they're scared because they realize the unroyals are not necessary. Harry doesn't need William and is doing fine. They can spin their lives how they want. They're still afraid. Of course, all of this is fear. Fear, fear, fear. And some interesting commentary on Twitter. So the HBO documentary for Diana is it's been trending. People have been talking. Someone tweeting yesterday, the princess is the start of karma for the royals. The news this morning said another documentary of the crash is out soon. Okay, that's interesting. And the royals are angry they were not notified about it. I mean, the fact that people don't even feel to notify them about it or about what they're doing with the documentaries anymore, I think speaks for itself. Also, the Derangers have been going after Sussex related charities. Someone posted a partial list of the charities and grieving people the Cambridge supporters have bullied so far. You can see the Hub Kitchen, Mothers Demand Actions, Well Child. So pretty much all of the charities have been a target of the trolls anytime it's been announced that they are working with Harry and Meghan. And it's just so sad because um, the Cambridge's patronages are suffering. Numerous patronages of Kate's have shut down. And instead of focusing on raising money or being inspired to raise money for their own faves charities, the Derangers seem to be focusing on us, as per usual. Hi, Joseph. Who gives a warm squat if the Sussexes get an audience with Peg Me Man and Mumbles? I don't. Yeah. Joyce, they are believing that Harry and Meghan needs the cousins. No, they don't. Archie and Lily have a lot of friends through Harry and Meghan's friends. They won't miss the ones in the UK. That is true. They've got Nacho's family. I'm sure a lot of their other friends have kids as well. So they've got family over there. And in their own time, if they want to have anything to do with their cousins, they can do so when they're grown up. For now, I don't think it's a good idea from an outsider looking in for them to have anything to do with their cousins because of their parents, not because of the actual children, of course. Um, all right. So, other thing I wanted to mention, a shout out to this amazing Twitter account. This is Megan's Archive. So definitely go and follow this account if you're on Twitter. So it's a fan account of Meghan, and it's basically her pre-Duchess era. There's so many things that I have found on this Twitter feed that are incredible. She's doing a really, really good job of getting a lot of Meghan pre-royal stuff. And one of the things that I came across was an article from the Hollywood Reporter when they initially announced that Meghan was booked um, in a lead role for A Legal Mind, and that's what Suits was called at the time during its pilot phase. So y'all, Meghan's always been a big deal. Originally, Meghan's character was meant to be called Rachel Lane, but after some legalities, it was changed to Rachel Zane. But definitely go and follow that account because there's some very interesting pre-Royal Meghan stuff, pre-Royal Meghan pictures that I've never seen before. So that's that. Definitely go and follow her. This interesting story coming out of Scotland. So Charles was at an event and he said something very interesting to a politician. Now, politicians don't usually relay anything that's said to them by royals, but this lady over here decided to give us some tea. So this is a report from Kaiser, Celeb Bitchy. Netflix hit show The Crown has become well known for bending facts to suit its narrative, and for its wild and sometimes inaccurate portrayal of members of the royal family. And now even Charles has spoken out about his depiction on screen in the drama, telling Scottish politicians he is nowhere near his portrayal on the show. Well, Charles probably isn't lying there because, like I've said and many people noted, the last season of The Crown humanized Charles way too much. It was way too kind to Charles. I don't even know why the royals were complaining about the last season of The Crown because it humanized them way too much, especially Charles. It played along the narrative of, well, he was in the institution and he was forced to marry Diana and he can marry the love of his life, Camilla. Like it was definitely a lot of that. So, oh yeah, I agree with Charles when he says um it's nowhere near the way he is because he's a lot worse. Anyway, the article goes on to say Scottish Labour leader Anas Sarwar has revealed that Charles gave his opinion to MSPs when he attended the state opening of the Scottish Parliament last October. Normal protocol is that politicians should not disclose what royals say to them. However, speaking at the Edinburgh Fringe event, he said that when Charles met MSPs at a multi-faith ceremony in Edinburgh before the state opening, he came over and said, "Hello, nice to meet you all. I'm nowhere near how they portray me on Netflix." So we know that they watch. That's basically confirmation that they watch and that they're annoyed by it. Mr. Sarawat added, "I thought that was a really interesting way of how to describe yourself." He then told the audience at the Gilded Balloon, "I'm going to be in so much trouble for this because I don't think you're meant to tell uh, private conversations." Clarence House declined to comment. So they definitely watch The Crown. They definitely watch other media. They definitely care about how they're portrayed in wider media. And I definitely think that they are worried that they cannot control media outside of the UK. And even within the UK, it's becoming increasingly difficult for them to control the narrative. Um, Joyce Archewell has been in place for close to 3 years. I'm so proud of Harry and Meghan, what they have accomplished. Yes, 3 awards, Time Icon, NAACP, President Show, and another one now. We keep rolling. You see, Win, why does an American company need to notify the royals? Exactly. Americans are not UK subjects. They celebrate the 4th of July. Amen to that. Uh, Lydia Barber, I watched the new documentary called The Princess. To be honest, Diana will never forgive Charles and William for treating her Baby Harry. William has done a very evil thing for not protecting Harry, yes. And for trying to silence his own mother. And people are calling him out for it. Um, and we know the British royal family is watching with their eyes. They're glued to the TV. Yes, they are. Okay, the only other thing in I can't stop laughing news. Piss Moron's wife uh, wrote this article. She said, "Why I've taken a marriage sabbatical. Celia Walden explains why all married couples should try 6 weeks apart. Well, if I was married to your husband, boo boo, that would be 60 weeks apart. Now, I'm all for having your own lives and own identity. Even when you're married, you absolutely should. Just because you're married doesn't mean you're attached at the hip. It's important to have your own social life, time for yourself. But a 6 week sabbatical, girl, just say you want to separate. I honestly think that she probably thought her husband's whole obsession with Meghan was just an act. But I legit think that his moron is obsessed with Meghan and it's not just an act. And she's probably just embarrassed now. And this is just like a soft launch of what could be a separation. Just my prediction. I'm not stating that as fact, but I just find it interesting that you would use a national paper to announce that you're taking a 6 week sabbatical from your husband, who's one of the most well known figures in the country. That's a bit weird. And I believe that is pretty much all I had for today. See, my plan worked. Reverse psychology worked. I said it's going to be a long podcast and we're finishing straight away. Less than 40 minutes. So thank you so much, everyone, for coming. And I will end with your comments and we will wrap things up. Joan Garcia, there were those in Britain who said that Harry and Meghan would fail and their marriage would not last. Yeah, well, who's laughing now? We got the last laugh. The Sussexes got the last laugh. Yes, Joan Garcia, she's sick of her own husband too. To be honest, given that her husband's career is finally really on its last leg, I wouldn't be surprised if she's making for the exit now. Like if she leaves now, she's got a good chance of getting some good divorce money. Um, I do think that the upcoming court case concerning Harry and Murdoch on Rebecca Brooks is going to be very, very damaging to piss more on. So it wouldn't surprise me if she is gearing up to head for the exit because if Talk TV really does just go down the pan, and it is slowly going down the pan, where else is piss more on going to go? I mean, after this, the only other thing he could do is become one of these incel dating coaches. So, a smart move. Exit now. Star Walden also has a thing for Harry. How the hell did their marriage work? Oh, well. People like that, they don't really marry for love, do they? They marry for money and status. Mm. Hi, Kay Castillo. You hate not catching the premiere at the beginning. Is it because you like dancing around to the music? Um, Joseph, it's obvious Miss Walden cannot stand the slob she married. Yeah, well, I mean, they've been married for a while, and I'd get sick of it too. All right, who's going to get the last word of the day. Yes, Claudia Sims, I think she's running as well. Rahini Pissy might start a podcast. Well, what else can he do? I mean, it's very lucrative these days. An old, bitter, washed up dude screaming onto a mic. It's a very good business model. Get Harlem a quick to the point video. Wow. I said I could do it, and I did. I climbed that mountain. All right, somebody give us the last word of the day so we can get out of here, please. Sanjun, will you be visiting One Young World Charity Summit event in Manchester? No, I won't be. Do you know how much a train ticket to Manchester is? I think it's more expensive to go up to Manchester than it probably is for me to go to Portugal or Spain. It's actual madness. Like, I mean, if y'all want to drop some tens in the cash app, like, we can do a fundraiser. You can pay for my pat lunch, and yeah, I'll go up. Otherwise, no, I wasn't planning on going up. But if any squaddies are planning on going up, do let me know, and I'd love to have you on the podcast to tell me how it was. All right, Star, I will give you, or maybe Julia, I'll give you the last word of the day. Treat yourself Tuesday. Yes, treat yourself Tuesday. Pour yourself some wine, some coffee, some matcha tea. Watch your favorite Netflix show. Do whatever you feel soothes your soul today. Do some self-care. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and let's dance our way out. Sussex September is coming. Bye.
I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make